Good morning, good morning. It has been a minute. We're in April now. It's like 12 p.m. Right now, I am fucking trying to clean, honestly. My shit is a fucking mess. I don't know, like, I just been doing a lot of shit that hasn't really had to do with being here, so about to clean up.
Stays too high, ayy. I'm just tryna ride, ayy. I'm just tryna flex up with my bitch one time, okay. Ice up on my wrist, ayy. Product for this bitch, ayy. Making hoes jealous when we skirt off in a whip, okay. Stays too high, ayy. I'm just tryna ride, ayy. I'm just tryna flex up with my bitch one time, okay. Ice up on my wrist, ayy. Product for this bitch, ayy. Making hoes jealous when we skirt off in a whip, okay.
How we looking over here? Over here. Alright. Perfect timing with the office just ending this shit. What's going on? Had to really just get through cleaning my room. It's been a task. I've been trying to avoid that shit for a minute. But we here and it is time for a lot of shit. You know, it's March. Tweaking. It's April. That XXL Freshman List is coming up, and I got another list for niggas, man. I wrote it on that receipt, but like it's kind of weird. This year is very weird. There's a lot of artists on the list like that are nominated, and like I mean that's every year, but this year is like the most I ever seen, where it's like a lot of niggas that don't have projects, but they just have like fire. And I forget which year it was a designer got on, but just one song. But pretty much everybody else had a project. It was weird. I'm looking through some of this list. Like my list right now is pretty incomplete, but I could go over a couple people and who I think like will absolutely make it. So starting is 6ix9ine. I feel like it's very obvious that he'll make it. You know, like. He's like the talk of the town, bro. Like, he's going everywhere, doing all these interviews. He's making numbers. Like, that Breakfast Club interview. He probably made that the most viewed Breakfast Club interview ever. He's got a project out right now, songs with A-Boogie, all energy. Like, I mean, personally, like, I don't really listen to him outside of just, you know, like, a function. Like, if someone's on a party and the song came on, it's whatever. But, like, he makes bangers. Like, I haven't heard a song from him that's not really a banger, so that kind of goes without saying. Plus, like, all the traction he's gonna bring to the site with XXL, he's like, he basically solidified himself. He probably could have just dropped like 3 songs. He probably didn't even need to drop a tape, and he would have just did that. Next is Cousin Stiz. Cousin Stiz is someone who I thought has deserved it for a real long time. I feel like he's really starting to solidify himself as an artist. Like, I feel like he already kind of had it, but it wasn't as big as it was. Like, when Monda dropped, it was, like, people know Cousin Stiz, but, like, he didn't have, like any crazy features on it or any, like, endorsements. Like, these are things I feel like people kind of look towards, like, when you're looking at an artist in the public eye. And I think that now, because he just dropped, his last project and it had features from like Offset and a whole bunch of other people. He's been doing deals and endorsements with East Bay, a whole bunch of companies. Like people are starting to look towards him, you know what I mean? He's finally starting to like be on a different level, like a way different level than before. So I would definitely put him on. And I like Cousin Stiz a lot. So that kind of goes without saying. Next, I got Famous Dex. Famous Dex is someone who was snubbed in the past because of that whole video, but he honestly really should have made it. He also, he probably only had that Dexter the Robot mixtape, but now he just dropped, I don't know if it's an album or a mixtape, but he just dropped yesterday, an I feel like that was kind of to coincide, you know, give him a little more traction when it comes to this. From what I heard, like I'm a little indifferent about it. Like maybe I gotta listen to it a couple more times, but there's a couple songs on it that I fuck with, and overall like I like Famous Dex music. Like I know like he's just for the energy, and he just appears to be good people. I hope that XXL could put that video behind him. I understand that it's, you know, domestic violence is pretty serious, so like you can't really overlook those kinds of things, but I feel like they're very contradictory because X got the list and he had a whole domestic violence case himself, so to say yes to one and no to the other is just kind of dumb to me. But like I said, like whatever criteria that they have, like I hope they utilize it and like they're really consistent with it. But if we're judging strictly off of music, Famous Dex, he deserves to be on it. Next, I have Lil Pump. I feel like we don't even have to really talk about that. He's like one of those like shoo-ins, like you kind of know he's gonna be in it. Bangers, crazy tours, crazy shows, super crazy social media following. Like it's already set in stone. Like the only way I could see him not being on the list is if he were to like deny it himself, which I feel like some artists do. Next, I got T Grizzly. He's one of the very few people that raps and, you know, makes bangers. Like I feel like, you know, over like the past couple of years, like I don't even feel like I have to even say I feel like it's just a fact. Like niggas don't rap no more. Like it's as simple as that, saying that. Like people don't rap anymore, and they don't rap as much as they should because they want to trade, you know, the lyrical ability for the hits. And he can rap and make hits, and I kind of already see that already being a thing. Like I feel like he's gonna make it, and it's gonna be dope. So T Grizzly's definitely up there. Next, you got Ski. He should have made it last year, but he got a lot of traction now, so he's definitely gonna make it this year. He got one of the best flows of a lot of the rappers that are out today, and he's got hits, like a solid amount of hits. So I'll definitely put him up there. Jaden Smith is another one I'm pretty sure is gonna make it. He can rap and also make hits, and I feel like a big part of it too is when he dropped Sire. I feel like that solidified him. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a big part of why people paid a lot of attention to Jaden Smith was the fact that he was Will Smith's son, and I feel like there is no more like that's Will Smith's son. Like I feel like now it's like that's Jaden Smith. And I feel like that's a real big staple, of course, when you know you have a famous parent. But like aside from that, he makes like crazy versatile music. Like go from making indie to just rapping to making a banger. Like I feel like there's not a lot of artists that could do that, and it would just be a no-brainer to not like to have him up here. That right there is how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that 7, this is where I was kind of getting confused when I was saying before. There's a lot of people that just have hits. So like I'm kind of scrolling through right now. There's just a lot of people with just hits. It don't really. There's a lot of people that I can't really 100% say is gonna make it because these dudes don't have projects. And I don't really understand like where they would go with it, you know, in a sense. Like they have TK up here. Like I don't even if TK got voted in, could he even accept it? Like it's just certain things like, and there's politics involved with all this shit. There's a lot of artists up here that really should be getting this shit, to be honest. So I'm just make the case for which artists I think should be up there. Alright, I feel like a big part of XXL is the female demographic, or like the lack thereof in just the hip hop scene period. So I feel like that's one thing they're gonna really try and be inclusive about. So one person I'm probably gonna say is Rico Nasty. Rico Nasty is really, really popular and she makes good music. I feel like that's an easy no-brainer because I feel like a lot of people really complained about her not even making it last year. You know, just she was just nominated. I feel like it makes sense to put her on. If not her, Princess Nokia, both make really quality music, and it just makes the most sense. Like in terms of trying to be gender inclusive, I understand like where some of these like media outlets are kind of going with, and it really shouldn't even be a thing. Like, oh, like don't forget to have women, but like it kind of is a thing. So I would probably say Rico Nasty because Rico Nasty, I believe, has the bigger following, and she's just been around, and I'm gonna stick with Rico Nasty for that. Another person I think should personally make it, my Nigerian brother Maxwell Cream. That Pumpkin album was crazy. That nigga has been nominated, like, he's been nominated for a good amount of years, and like, it's just like at this point, like, why are you gonna keep nominating him if you don't intend to even put him on? Like 3-4 years he's been nominated. He finally dropped an album. Like, Pumpkin is crazy, bro. Like, all the songs, like a lot of the songs he did with 03 Greedo were real cool to me. I fucked with it. So I'm with that. I'm saying Maxwell Cream is going up there. And the last one, I kind of had him in like an honorable mention kind of thing. I want to say Jay Critch is probably gonna make it. I feel like Jay Critch has a crazy amount of traction, like out of Rich Forever right now. He's really like the one. Like, you feel like he's really taking off. Like, it's going crazy. Like, he's not the typical New York rapper, and he's making real good music. He's getting booked on a lot of shows. He's getting a lot of features. It just don't make sense, like, to not have him up there. But the more and more I keep looking at this list, I'm like, damn, like, there's some people that really should be up here. Like, I'm gonna go, like, there's a lot of people that just deserve even honorable mention. Like, Collaborate, or is it, I don't know. I know his name is Caleb, but like it's Caleb or Rate, so I'm gonna just say Collaborate. He makes really cool music. Let me see. You got King Combs, Diddy's son. He raps real well. I don't know if he has a project out or not, but he makes a lot of good music. Lambs is up here, another person that deserves an honorable mention. Larry June deserves honorable mention. Lil Xan, he's got a big buzz. Like, I don't know, I'm just not that big on him, but you know, like, sure, a lot of people like him. My son Mad Ox from Philly. I don't know if he has a project. I just like his shit. His shit is pretty cool. Pierre, kind of. I don't know if they're gonna really like throw that lob though. Like, but yeah. Saw Baby. Haven't heard anything new from him for a while, but real cool with Saw Baby. I like his shit. He makes good music. Saweetie. That'd probably be somebody that might get picked up too, low key. But I only know, like, this is the thing. I only know a couple songs from these niggas. I've heard Shaq is Dope's name around. I like Shaq West. I've been listening to Shaq West for a long time. Like, I seen him. What's it called? What's her name? That used to work for V Files. Rox Brown. Like, they used to like talk shit like that. Like, so I seen him in the comments. I didn't know he made music, but like, when I started listening to his music like a year back, I thought it was pretty cool. Smoke Perp is also up here. It's just real hard just because, like, these dudes all got, like traction. Squid, Fawny, Uno's up here, Trippie Red, Warhol, Wi-Fi, YBN The Mirror, Young Nudie, NBA Youngboy. I mean, like, Young Bands. Like, there's mad people up here, but I'm gonna stick to the list that I made. It's just very weird that so many people are nominated over a couple of songs, like 1, 2, 3 songs, and not projects. And then like people would like it used to be so left, like you know, like people would like get nominated with a project or a project announced or like a really, really, really huge single like Panda. But like it's just weird. Like I really don't understand the criteria, but I gave my list and I'm sticking to it. All the artists I said after the fact deserve honorable mention, but that is it for this video. I'm sticking with that list, and drop in the comments anything that you think, or any person that you think that shouldn't be snubbed. We can have a little debate and stuff like that, and see you guys on the next video.